Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And we are coming towards the end of Saleabration, which runs to the 28th of February, so the end of this month. And I thought we would do some cards, and I'm going to do 6 cards with just using products from the Saleabration. So if we look on, we have Thanks a Bunch, which is, let me find it, this one. Okay, so Thanks a Bunch, carrots. You know, I looked at it and I thought, I don't really like carrots. I'm not really into carrots. However, this is very like an oak leaf. So you could do all sorts of leaves and patterns and things. And I'm going to do some things with this. This again can be a little sort of floral sprig. You can do it in different colours, quite pretty. And you've got some lovely sentiments. There's no one quite like you. Love you, thanks. Hey there. Look at you. It looks like spring. We're coming into spring now. So all of those sentiments are perfect. You could have Thanks a Bunch and do a bunch of flowers. Everything's coming up, carrots and carrots. You can do carrot cards. They actually look quite pretty. And I may well do a carrot card, but I don't know who I'd send a carrot card to, if you see what I mean. So I got this because I like the sentiments and things, and it's free. So if you're somebody who's bought quite a lot of things and you're thinking, what do I get? I'm going to use the sentiments from this for the card that we're going to make. Okay, so if we move on a little bit, these are all absolutely lovely, and I've got them. This is the paper that we're going to be using. So this paper is, let me find where I've just put it. Here we go. I knew I'd put it to one side carefully so I could show you. Okay, so this is the paper that we're using. It's on page 11, and as I say, both of those items are free with an order of £45. So spend £45 anywhere else in the catalogue, in the annual catalogue or in the mini catalogue, and you can get this paper for free. Now, I'm going to show you the ones that I've already sort of cut down. So you have really big sort of flowers on one side, black backgrounds, and then you have some really rather nice colours on the other side. So we've got this one, we've got this one, we've got this one. I really love the backs of these, you see. We've got this one, which is on the green. And then we've got, let me just take, because there's a couple that I haven't, we've got this one, and I'm not going to take it out, but if you look at this, you've got lots and lots of flowers, very easy to cut out. So, for example, I've cut this one out. This one actually went along here. So you can see right at the bottom, you don't need to waste the ones on the edge, use those as well. And really simple shapes to cut out. You don't have to be particularly fussy about them. So those are the ones that we're going to use today. And we're going to use the sentiments, as I said, from the Thanks a Bunch. So I'm going to show you sort of one at a time, but I have just literally matted it onto black. So we've got the reverse side of it matted onto black, and then I have cut a few flowers out. Okay, so these ones, as I say, are sort of edgy pieces, but we're going to have one which is going to come down here. So you can take it right the way up to the edge, and I'm going to take it just to there. This is going to come in like that, so it just tucks under there. And then this one is going to come in down on the bottom. Okay, so I can put them up with dimensionals, or I can glue them down. In this card, I'm going to glue them because I think that that's going to work better. So let me just get myself some wet glue out, and we're going to take this one first. I'm just going to glue this one. Some of them we're going to do with dimensionals, and it's all about finishing them that makes them look beautiful. So I'm not going to overly stick this down to start off with. I want that to come right up to the top but not go over. So I want that in on the edge here. So I'm going to make sure that's stuck down, but you can see I want to tuck this in underneath. So if I don't glue that bit down first, it means that I can take these pieces and just tuck them in. So that's going to come in at about that sort of angle. So again, I'm not tucking it down completely because I want this one to come in underneath at the bottom. Okay, so that's going to come in like that underneath there. Okay, so when I've got those where I want them, I can then put all the rest of them down. Okay, so if I turn it over onto the other side, you can see I've cut bits out of it because I don't like to waste it. That can then go down if I need to. Just need to put a little bit of extra glue under there because I didn't quite get to the edge. So just put yourself little bits in so you make sure you can glue it down where you want it. That's in on there. So that's like that. So you've then got that lovely shape. Now, I've done one of the sentiments because I don't want to be doing lots of sentiments all the time. So I've taken There's No One Quite Like You. And if you look on the back of the papers, you will always find the colours. So this is Blackberry Bliss. So what I've done is I have stamped out the There's No One Quite Like You, and I'm going to put that literally just sort of in, maybe just like that. I might just take that little edge piece in and put it across like that. I think that would work. Yes. So I'm going to put that down, and again, I'm not going to glue it. So this is just going to come down like that. I'm just going to tuck this little side in here, and then I'm going to have that bit coming over the top of there. So that comes down. Make sure that I've got it as straight as I can. So we've now got there. Now we've got a bit of a space down the bottom, and I have just got, because I really like this one, this is the crinkled seam binding ribbon. Now it's incredibly soft, which means that it's perfect for tying round a card. So I am just going to take this round, round from the back, take it up so I've got enough, because as I say, you can have it quite nice and crinkly. So let's take that amount, should be okay, shouldn't it? Like that. So that is, how much is that? That's about 16, 17 inches, something like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the base of the card that I'm going to have in on here. I'm going to have it in white because I quite like white. I'm going to take this ribbon and I want to take this in from the back. So what I tend to do is I will turn round and put just a little bit of snail or whatever glue you want, but runner glue. This is some that I've still got left over, just a little bit on the bottom, and then you can take it and you can put your piece in and just stick it in on there. So then that holds it. So when you turn it over onto the other side, you can then tie your ribbon up. Actually, I might want it a bit higher than that, actually, I think I want it a bit higher. Let's take that off. We'll move this one up a bit, I think. We want it about here, don't we? Put that in right there, that'll do. Because we're going to stick it down straight away afterwards. So just at about half, give it a stick down. And then when we come over onto the other side, I'm just going to stick the light on. It's quite dark today. There you are, you can probably see what I'm doing now. So this should be says me. My hands, as you know, are not the greatest, so just make sure that I've got that in. So we'll see how easy it is for me to tie it. I think it should be all right. Okay, so let's just take that up in there. Just going to have it. It's going to be nice and crinkly, you see, so I think that that will probably work quite well if I can get my fingers in to do it. There we go. So it doesn't have to be overly fussy because it's that sort of crinkly type stuff. I'll probably move it over this way just a bit. I think I want it quite that big. Let's turn it down a little bit. Pull that one. As I say, faff about with the ribbons and things. I'm just going to take this off of here a second, which I can. Slide it on a bit so that it's going to just come down in there. Maybe take it up just a little bit. Whoops. I think I probably want it about there. I don't want it to cover everything too much. So if I take it down to there, like that, and then I can stick it in on the back. So make sure that's tidy. Take that little tiny piece that isn't quite right on there, because we want that to come out. Whoops. Like that. But it's really nice, sort of easy to use ribbon. Then we can put it straight in on here. So I'm just going to take some wet glue now and just go along in on here. And because it's that seam binding, it's quite thin, which means that you're going to be able to stick it down quite easily without it being one of those ones that, you know, you find it really difficult and it won't. I tend to always do a row of glue over the top and the bottom. Then we'll put this one in on here, which goes in onto the base, like that. And then I'm just going to take a little glue dot and put it underneath. So let me just take my glue dots, and I'm going to put a little glue dot just underneath the ribbon to just hold it in place. Now you can do that beforehand. I tend to do it right at the end because for me, and what you can do is you can just roll it up just a little bit, and then you should be able to just pop it in, says me, pop it in underneath where your ribbon's going. And then you can pop that little bit in on there, and that just holds, there we go, that just holds the ribbon down, so then it's not going to move about anywhere. Then to just finish it off, these again are some new heart pearls. So you can put ordinary pearls on if you want to. These ones are heart pearls. So again, they're out of the annual catalogue. It's nice to put the embellishments on. As you probably know, I don't often put embellishments on, but when you're making a very simple card like this where you haven't used a lot of supplies, you can go a little bit more generous. So we've got some that are shiny and we've got some that are matte. I'm going to do the matte ones because there's more of the matte ones than there are of the others. So I'm just going to take one off of here, and we'll have one up here like that, and then we'll have another one down on here. Make sure I've got them in the heart direction like that, and then we'll have just a little tiny one in down on here probably. Yes, just in that little corner there, because you're supposed to try and get them so that they look like a triangle, so that they give you a triangular shape to do it. So that's number one. I think that's really nice. So very simple, very easy, and the only thing apart from embellishments we've used is this designer series paper. This ribbon I haven't cut very well, have I? Let's just trim that off a bit. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so let's have a look at number 2. So this one again, I have taken, matted it onto black. This again is one that comes in from the edge. So I'm going to stick it because I want it to make sure that it goes right up to the edge. I think sometimes if you don't, if you try and put dimensionals on and it's right up to the edge, it can just look a little bit off. And I think that's purely because the cardstock is obviously, sorry, designer series paper is obviously thinner than cardstock. So you don't have as much to be able to, you know, put it down properly. I'm using tail ends of glue, so sorry if you see me shaking it. I've got a couple of glues that I've been using for classes and things that are just at the end. I just want it just tucking in again, but just at a slightly different angle. We can put all of this down. Pop this one in like that. There we go. So that's the one in the Calypso Coral. And as I say, I think they look beautiful on the back of the papers. They really work lovely. So let's have a little look on here and see. That's got to be Calypso Coral. And we need to look and see what sentiment we're going to have on here. Love you, thanks. There's no, I do like there's no one quite like you, but look, let's have a look at you. Look at you. That's quite nice, isn't it? To send, I send lots of cards to friends and things. So that's the way I tend to work. Now I just need to get some, have I got a little strip? Yes, I have got a little strip on here. So that was the one that I just did for There's No One Quite Like You. So that can go back in on here. And then we can have the next one. What was I going to say was Look at You. See if I can find that. Look at You. Take that out. So as I say, all of this, apart from the embellishments, are all freebies. So, you know, you can really collect quite a few beautiful things to use again and again. Okay, so this is going to be Look at You. There we go. Beautiful. And it's nice the fact that one of the real bonuses of Stampin' Up products is the fact that they all coordinate beautifully. So, you know, you can really make quite a big difference in by just coordinating the same colours. So with this, by just turning around and using the same coloured inks for your stamping. And if you haven't got these, then, you know, you can use black. That's absolutely fine. So I think we're going to put this one down like that. Balance there. That'll work nicely. So, because I don't want to put ribbon on every single one. I don't want them to all be uniform, because again, what you can do is you can put them in a box and send a set of 6 to somebody, which is always a nice idea. So let's put this one just down on here, just over, just a little bit on there, I think. So we'll have Look at You, which I think's nice. Put this on this one. Now I don't have ribbon on this one because I don't want ribbon on all of them. And this one, I think, what have I got in here? Okay, these are rustic metallic adhesive dots. I think they might be quite fun. So let's just have a couple of these on, because as I say, if you just use a few little embellishments and things, it makes all the difference. Oops, says me throwing one on the floor. Try and discover that one. I've just tried to take it out and one's just lost itself on there. sometimes they're not the easiest to get off the sheets. They come on little... Oh dear, there's me faffing about again. It does annoy me sometimes when you just get... I think they might be... Is this stuck on? No, it's not stuck on. It should just come out very easily, but it obviously doesn't want to, so I'm going to put it up this way. Okay, so we've got big ones and we've got little ones and one that's swizzled on the floor. But these are quite nice because they add that sort of rustic look to it. So this we're going to have, let's take these up. Let's just have, we'll have these quite close. So we'll have one and then we'll have, should we have two smaller ones? No, we won't. We'll keep the same size. Two. Three. Down like that would be quite nice, I think. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put those over there so I haven't got them all everywhere. So that's that one. Just grab my glue and we can put this one in here. It is quite fun. I do enjoy doing, you know, this is probably about the, you know, when I'm saying about being a bit frugal and doing frugal cards and things. This is a really good way of doing it because, you know, you're not using many supplies at all. So there we are. That's one of those like that, one of those like that. Okay, so let me have a look at the next one, and I'm not going to do all of them completely. I just want to give you an idea. So this is one like that. So that's the other sheet of the paper. And this one I have taken two, just put those out of the way for now. We'll bring them back at the end. So this one, I've taken two of the smaller ones because I thought that they would work quite nicely to just come in together like that. Now these I would put up with dimensionals. So if we put, got my dimensionals out. So I'm just going to put some dimensionals in on here. And then we'll have two, have I got smaller ones in here? Let's put the smaller ones in on the leaves. As I say, you don't want too many. Oops. So that's that one. And that's that one. Then we'll take these off of here. I can't remember which colour I wanted to use up the top. Do I want the... It's going to stick on here, isn't it? Probably purple up the top, darker rather than lighter. Okay, so if we have the purple and orange that way, yes, that'll work. So we'll just put one like that, the other one just tucked in and then down like that. So you've got that in on the centre, and then again you can put your sentiment and things on underneath. What sentiment will we do for this one? I'd probably do it in the dark. Looks like spring. It's not really a spring card, is it? Hey there. That's quite a nice one, isn't it? A very little tiny one. Hey there. I'm going to put this out on here. Can't remember if I've cleaned that one. Let's have a look and see. Have we got a hey there? Hey there, hey there. Hey there, yes, nice little one this. Okay, so that is going to come in. Oh yes, that'll actually go in on there, won't it? Blackberry Bliss. one up this way. Like that. Or we can take it in, let me just put it in about like that. And if you've got one of your teeny tiny sentiments punches, which I always have handy, says me, let me just grab it out the cupboard, as I do use them quite a lot. Maybe that one, I can't even see which one I've got. I've got the little round one and I've got the little long one. The long one will do. Put this in that way and just go hey there. Pop that out like that. If you haven't, then as I say, just cut it like we did with the other one. And then that can go in just across like that. And that's quite nice because it's that, what they call that plain and simple look, which I quite like. Now, you only want a dimensional on one side. And then we want some glue on the other side. Because if you put a dimensional on that side as well, you'll have a lopsided sentiment. So just a little bit of glue on there. I want that to come in just about there. And then, whoop, that shouldn't have hopped up and down, should it? Did I take the backing off it? Yes, no, I didn't. That's why it's sliding about. It does help if I take the backing off. Okay, so that's going to go down on there. And we'll just glue that bit in. So that comes in as hay there, which is fine. I just need to take that little bit of glue off on there. And that's where we can put another, just a few little twinklies or whatever in on there. Let me have a look and see what I've got in here. So I could put, I think pearls are quite nice with these, but I don't know whether I'm going to have pearls in on here. I've got these little flowers, which are quite sweet. And again, they're all from the annual catalogue. I think I'm going to put little pearls on this one. So I don't want big pearls, I just want little tiny ones, I think. Because it's quite small, I want to keep it into that size like that and keep them all quite close, because then that seems to balance it a bit more. Just maybe put one, definitely want one down on here. And then another little one just probably down like that. So do it that way around. Okay, so that's, let's take that off, otherwise we're getting in a bit of a pickle with too much out. So that's that one, and again that's going to go in onto your card base. Just move this there, because I've got card bases and things out, but I'm not going to be putting them all together, I don't think, at the moment. I might do. Now we could put some ribbon on this one if we wanted to. What have I done with my ribbon? Here it is, underneath on there. So we could have some more of this ribbon, which is quite pretty. I don't think so. I think I'm going to keep this one a very clean and simple one. Sometimes I do like clean and simple. I think that can look quite nice, and that would work for, as I say, a masculine card or a card for a girl. It's quite a simple colouring on there, which is quite good. So let's just stick this down on here, because then they're all, if I get them all ready and done, then they're ready as they would be to send off. Okay, so that's that one. So we've done 3. We've got 3 more to do. Let's try and get these done relatively quickly. So that's this one. Now this is just one that was cut out completely on its own. So I'm going to just put that slap bang in the centre and it's going to have dimensionals on because, as I said, with it being one like that, I can put it on quite easily. So, and I'm going to get the other ones out as well because I'm concerned with the time that we're getting on a bit, and I know that you've probably all got things to do. Oh, that's interesting. I must have obviously stuck something on there because I've lost the one to go on there. Okay, that's going to go on there. That's going to go on there, like that. And then I have got some more that I can't remember what I've done with the other bit. But then there's going to be another one that's going to go on there. So those are the other 3 pieces that will work. And again, it's a matter of just literally, oh, here they are. Here it is. I knew it was about somewhere. Lovely purple one on here. So this purple one can go in however you want it. I think probably like that. I've got a little one here. That's an edge one, but I'm just going to tuck it in there. So you've got 3 coming across on there, that one coming down from there, this one coming in on the center. And as I say, put them up with dimensionals, put your sentiments, add some ribbons and things, and you've then got 6 really lovely cards. I'm not going to put all of these ones together because I think you've got the idea, and you can then run with it. But very simply, all of the backgrounds of these are all the different papers. So you've got 6 different papers. So you can see that they do make beautiful cards like that. So if you have a look at the front screen once I've finished, I will finish the other ones off, but 6 cards very simply and easily, and all we've used is the celebration items. So celebration paper and some sentiments from Thanks a Bunch and a few embellishments, which you always have embellishments in your stash somewhere. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.